My name is Larry Ricketts. I'm running for sheriff of Bexar County. As most of y'all know, this is my fifth time to run, so this is not new. And what I have to tell you tonight is things that I've done for 22 years. They have just not come to fruition yet. I grew up down in Divine, Texas, 32 miles south of here. I joined the Army in 1966. I served a tour in Okinawa. Came back as an NCO. I went to Officer Kennedy School. I went through airborne training. And I went through Special Forces training. I did a tour in Vietnam for 13 months. I served in the jungles of Vietnam with 850 troops. I came here to San Antonio in 1969 and joined the elevator construction trade. I spent 20 years there as a supervisor on most all the big projects here in the state of Texas. I joined the Sheriff's Department in 1989, where I served in the jail for 7 years. I left the Sheriff's Department in 96 and went down to Wilson County Constable. I left there after 5 years and went to Precinct 2 Constable's office here in Bexar County. I left Precinct 2 and I came to Precinct 4, which is over here in my area. I've lived out here in southeast Bexar County for the last 36 years. My wife and I opened up a daycare center 27 years ago. My wife, 3 daughters, and 14 other ladies run that daycare. We have 133 children there. We have kids coming back with their own kids now. I tell you all these things because I have the experience to run the sheriff's office. I have the knowledge of saving money. One of the things I would like to do is, it's not just community policing. What I have envisioned is working with you people out here throughout Bexar County and picking individuals in each area that will be my eyes and ears, so we can start coming out and ending crime in your neighborhood. I don't want it to go on for 2 or 3 weeks. I want to try to stop it within 1 or 2 days. This is very critical right now because we have a shortage in the Sheriff's Department of personnel. We have a tremendous decline in officers in the department. We need to have this retention. We need to offer them better wages. They've been going for 5 years now without getting a penny in their collective bargaining efforts. We need somebody who will stand up and work with them. As a sheriff, I'll lead the charge with Commissioner's Court to get these things done for the officers so we can better serve you. There's a lot of things out there that can be accomplished. Not everybody needs to be in jail. We've seen this. From 7 years in that jail, man that shouldn't be sitting in there learning more crime. They need to be out doing community service for you and I instead of sitting in the jail. And the judges will work with us on this. They'll still have to come back and settle up on their original crime. What I mean by not everybody, misdemeanor crime, shoplifter or driveway license suspended, you don't need to be sitting in jail. You need to be out doing community service and pay back the community for what you've done. If there's any questions, I'll be glad to answer them. Wow, this is a great part. Yes, sir.
It's got a while before who's coming up with this idea that we should do away with county?
You know, that's a good question. I saw that in the paper. One of the worst things we could ever do is to eliminate any of our constable's offices. We have 4 right now. We have 4 constable's offices, and each one of these offices provide 2 to 3 times as much as it takes to run that department. They make enough to run their department, the rest goes into the general fund. Another thing I would like to do as sheriff is take all the civil process that's in the sheriff's department and give it out to all 4 constables. That is their main objective, is civil process. Of course, they're peace officers, so they can do anything that any other peace officer in the state of Texas can do. They've also talked about eliminating our JPs if they're not a lawyer. Well, we're not going to find many people that want to be a JC if they're a licensed lawyer. Any more questions? Easy crowd, thank you very much. One sad note is we're going to be losing Garnet here in April. She's chosen not to run for president again. That's sad. Well, you know, thank you very much.